Good morning. I trust you're fine. Today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday, 15th of October, 2021. 10 months into the year 2021. And guess what? I want to take you back to 4 years, maybe 5 years ago, something that we did on Community Connect on 3FM 92.7. Something in the heart of Accra. And yesterday, I was shocked to the marrow when I went there and I realized that more than 4 years on, maybe 5, I think, more than 5 years on, that particular situation had not been dealt with. More than 5 years on. And sometimes it's painful and nauseating and disappointing and shocking and everything else when you hear people say, oh, you didn't used to do this in the previous administration and now you are doing it, so you are making the government unpopular. The same people who are suffering, the same people who are in some difficult situation, the same people you speak for are the same people who are tied so much to political apron strings that they can't have their thinking faculties running properly. The same set of people. The same people who complain that their shocks, the shocks of their vehicles are being damaged. The same people who say they cannot drive on that stretch of the road for more than 1 week, but they would have to go to the mechanic shop, are the same people who complain. Now, let me show the video. This is from 4 or 5 years ago. I can't immediately put my mind on it, but this is from 4 or 5 years ago. The Darkuman Junction. I take my face off TV and put it there so they can see it. The Darkuman Junction. Darkuman Junction in Accra. Darkuman Junction in Accra. The outer lane. And all the way from Odoko, coming down to Darkuman. It used to be from Odoko, Darkuman, and even the Dansoman Junction. We spoke about Dansoman Junction here and they fixed it. Look at it. Darkuman Junction. This was what it looked like some 4 or 5 years ago. And I remember as a boy how this project by the construction pioneer CP under the Rawlings regime was done so well. This is more like the gateway to the west and the central region. It's called the Winneba Highway. It used to be Kaneshi Malam Highway. It's the Winneba Highway. What you see now is sewerage. Somebody's, forgive me if you're having breakfast, but this is water from, supposed to be from septic tank, leaking all the way. This was the situation 4 or 5 years ago, leaking all the way from in front of the police station there, the MTTD office there, all the way down, smelling, stinking. And look at all the companies there. Now let's zero in into the proper, what's happening now. So this is how busy the place is. You cannot go to the central region or the western region of Ghana without using this stretch. You cannot come all through from the west or central region. If you're coming to central Accra, you will not miss this road. It is a major road. And at the time when I first broke this story on Community Connect on 3FM 92.7, by the way, we'll have another segment today, Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The time I wrote and did this story and broke this news, the Ablekuma North Assembly, which is now a full assembly within the Ablekuma North constituency, then had Mr. Joe Apia as MP. Now it is Honorable Sheila Battels. But then the Ablekuma North Municipal Assembly, which we have now, or District Assembly, which we have now, used to be a sub-metro under the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. There was a lady there back in the day called Rejoice Dachomo. She was a lady I spoke with. I spoke with the engineer as well. This is it. Look at the road. This shot was taken sometime 9:10 p.m. yesterday. Look at the road. Look at the road. Look at the road. And so you know what some people do? Some of the drivers, instead of using that stretch because it messes up their vehicles, especially the trotro and the taxi drivers, because at some point they will have to stop and let people alight. They don't use that. They use the main road and then they cross sharply into it. Do you know what kind of accidents you are inviting? Look at the road. This is not in a village. Oh. This is in mainline Accra. It is an intersection. Darkuman Junction in Accra. Look at it. potholes all over the place, and the architecture of the road is being messed up. The real architecture of the road is being messed up by the day. And it's not as if authorities don't see it. They have seen it, they know, but they just don't care. They have seen it, they know it, they know that it's a nuisance to the populace, but they just do not care. They don't care because you are not speaking enough. And when some of us speak up, you come and tie it to a political hook. Now, who tells you that when your car passes there, the portal will ask you whether you're NDC, MPP, CPP, PPP, or whatever it is? Look at it. Fake poto, Nyama, Zuguma, Basa. Look at it. Look at the potholes. And I'm saying this problem has lingered on for more than 5 years, as I can remember. For more than 5 years, as I can remember. You see the way where the zinc plates have been put, the zinc sheets have been put. That place used to be, we'll have to go back to the Community Connect video. That zinc used to be a very huge gutter. The gutter is still there. The gutter is still there. This is Darkuman Junction. You have a municipal assembly or a district assembly there. You have a member of parliament who is a member of the assembly. You have assembly members who are there. You have opinion leaders who are there. This place is closer to where former Vice President Alhaji Aliyu Muhammad lived. So the problem, as I have been told, is that there's the blockade down there because they put a huge drain. This is where they have covered with the zinc because it's too nasty, it's too dirty, it's too horrible. So now they are shielding it with zinc. Danny, let's go back to it. It's too nasty, it's too dirty, horrible. Now we are shielding it with zinc. We are shielding it with zinc because you're ferry. But we are not supposed to be ashamed. We are supposed to be fixing the problems as we find them. This is Darkuman Junction. And I've told you, you cannot travel from Accra to Cape Coast or to Winneba or to Sekendi or to Takrady without using this. This is your only route outside. There's a gateway to the west. If you are coming from the west, this is your entry point into Accra. Main road, such a main road, beautifully constructed by the construction pioneers under the Rawlings regime. I remember this so well when I was a boy. I remember this so well. Road was nicely done. And if the road has lasted for all this while, we are allowing the side road to be messed up. You know what it is? Now it's going to stretch onto the main road, and then the whole highway will be messed up, and we'll come back and complain, and we'll go to foreign agencies and go and beg for money to come and fix the road. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? Why can we not think to solve the black man's problem the black man's way? This one, somebody has to be told that you have to fix it. When you have an assembly, when you have a works director, when you have an assembly, if these parties of water had gathered in my house, some assemblyman would have come, or some official from the assembly would have come with so-called summons from a certain court and come to say that I've been summoned to come and answer why my place is dirty and is stinking and the water is stagnated there. But the place under the direction of the assembly, Ablekumanok, the place under the direction of the assembly. Look at it. Look at it. This is Accra. The painful part is that you don't even have light around there. So if your car light is not so bright, you will end up finding yourself in trouble. Taxi drivers, trotro drivers, they complain every now and then. We are just interested in taking their money from them. We take their money and give them some bogus tickets. We take money and give them bogus ticket. This one, somebody at highways and urban roads, they will dress up and go to work. This one is somebody at the assembly, they will dress up and go to work. This one, somebody at the Ministry of Roads, they will dress up and go to work. This one, somebody in a high place whose job it is, will dress up and go to work, and the problem will remain unfixed. I'm saying that I saw this problem more than 5 years ago. 5 years on, the problem is still there. Nothing has changed. And I have no doubt in my mind that if we decide that we'll call on all of you from the various regions, the 16 regions of Ghana, and ask you to bring your own version of this Darkuman Junction rubbish, we will get some from you. We will get some from you. And you see, the irony of the situation is that the buildings around the place are flashy buildings. There are banks right at the junction. There's a filling station on the other side. Very popular locations. There are schools there. There's a police station, MTTD, right there, close by. If I have an accident there, or I cause a vehicular infraction there, or a traffic infraction there, will the MTTD have the balls to arrest me in this rubbish? Is this road worthy of our cars? This road at Darkuman Junction in Accra, is it worthy of our cars? And I'm saying 5 years ago, I saw this problem. Why should we have a problem that will linger for 5 years? Why? Don't we have engineers in this country? Don't we have engineers? Don't we have our priorities right? Are we not ashamed? Are we not ashamed? Give me a break this morning.